Hello, thanks for stopping by the channel. My name is LynzloByChoice and I build in The Sims 4 and I also make a bunch of other videos about it, but that's not the point of this video. This is a speed build and it's for retired grandparents. Now, before we get into the video, I do want to preface this by saying the current reshade that you see right now will change in just a few minutes. I actually completely forgot that I had on a different reshade, but the layout was already done and I was like, I'm not going to change this. So I needed to continue, but I do change it soon enough, so do not worry. Also, if you do want to download this, it's already up on the gallery. I love this. It is a one-story home and it is a bit on a traditional side. It is fully brick. We have a garage, a backyard, back patio, and a separate formal family room, and I actually really love the way this turns out. This is more familiar to me than any of the builds that I've made before. I'm most familiar with homes in my family where you have a formal dining room, a regular dining room, then a formal living room, and then a regular living room. So being able to create this in The Sims is actually really therapeutic in a way, I guess, because I can't really build the houses that I have seen in my life in real life. So this is actually just one way of me being able to do that, and I'm grateful for that. But I can definitely feel that I'm going to be making more of a house like that. This only has a formal family room, but I definitely want a formal family and dining room at one point. This is where the new reshade comes in, and I actually really love it. It gets darker and this is more realistic to me, and I really love this. So if you do want to use this reshade, this actually is called October Mist, and it's in the description box as well as my gallery name if you do decide to download this later on. I really like being able to add more landscaping to my builds. As of recently, it makes it just feel a little bit more homey to me, although I have not the best gardening skills, so my home will never be this green or, you know, have polished plants everywhere. I wish I could be a gardening girly, but I'm just not. It just does not come close. Like, it just doesn't come easy to me. But that does not stop me from trying, because I'm going to continue to try. But that is beside the point. You can see I just added some columns to the back patio. I added some fencing. And then now we're working a little bit on some of the landscaping here. Now, the backyard of this home is not very involved. Like, there's not a lot going on, and that is because they are retired grandparents, so I don't really think they would have anything back there aside from this pool. And I think they only got the pool for their grandchildren or their grandchild, because I only really think they have one grandchild, and that is why they have this extra bedroom that you'll see a little bit later. But they do like to lounge outside. They do like to have, you know, just some serene living, and this is the home that they've decided to settle down in and having, because it's not too big, it's not too small, they don't feel cramped and on top of each other, and it just makes sense. The decorating in here, I did actually have it in my mind that it was for retired grandparents, so I do make it a little bit on the older side just to really fall into the theme of what I was going for, as well as the bathroom. As you can see here, we have a tile on the floor and the same tile on the wall, and this actually just has a shower. It doesn't have a tub in it, but we do have extra counter space, and I do end up adding a lot of clutter around it to kind of fill in that space. I definitely feel like having a plant in here would have worked, but also I do enjoy having a lamp in the bathroom as well. It just wasn't enough space, and I didn't want to confuse anything, so I just didn't even worry about it. But now we're working on this entryway. Now, this is also the formal family room, so we have mirrors on one wall, this nice looking sofa, as well as a chair and a glass end table. And it being the color that it is definitely gives off formal to me. Like, typically no one really sits here, it just looks nice, and that is really what I wanted to give off. I really hope you can see that, but also I couldn't put a lot in there because you can see the space in there is a little bit smaller. So I wanted our Sims to be able to walk around it and everything, get to where they need to go, and in order to do that, I couldn't put a lot in there. Now we're working on the guest bedroom, and in here, I definitely wanted to go with something very simple. So just a single bed. We have, you know, some clothes and stuff like that, and some shoes that they left behind. It's not a lot going on in here. Again, these are for retired grandparents, so their grandchildren really aren't around all the time, but they want to make it so that a space for when they do come over, they have a place to sleep, they have a place to call their own, they don't really have to sleep on a couch or anything. Now on the other room, this is actually another bedroom, but they turned it into an office because although they're retired, they do like to write, they do like to read, and they like to have their own space. I feel like that room was used a little bit more when they weren't retired, but what can you do? Now we're in the owner's room, and this bedroom is small also, so you really had to make it work. I did want to save a little bit of space here and add in a walk-in closet, so we do have one of those, 2 end tables. I do end up adding a washer and dryer in here, so I do go back and add in some laundry units everywhere. What we're looking at now is the dining room, but as you can see, it's so small, so I needed some time to think about it. So I tried to do something, but I do not end up finalizing there. I have to go back. I did want to add in here a fireplace, so we do add one of those in, and then some pillars to kind of change up what the wall is like, so it can be that stone on the back as well. Walking through the formal dining room, you are greeted into like the main communal area, and that has the kitchen and the living room in on the same room, but it's divided by a half wall and a pillar. And I love the cabinets. They look very expensive in my opinion, and so I wanted to add those in. It's a pretty decent sized kitchen, not too big, not too small, so I really like that. Now in the living room, I was having a little bit of difficulty because you can see how narrow it is. I do end up going with the couch that we got from the Horse Ranch expansion pack, and then using a few other things. I really like the pillows here. I would love more pillow clutter. I don't know how they would be able to make it snap onto couches, but I don't care. I think I would just want it. So I do want that, but for now, the pillows that we got with the Horse Ranch expansion pack work just as fine. So I do end up going with that one, and I end up adding also from the Horse Ranch expansion pack. Sometimes when I'm decorating, I do hit a mental block and I have to shift directions. So you see that happening here. I did have to stop and just put in some wallpaper. The wallpaper that I end up using for this home, I don't think I've used it a lot, so I was really excited to use it here, but also it just kind of made sense, so I wanted to be able to utilize it because I don't know when the next time I'm gonna be like, okay, let's use that. So for now we end up using that one, and then we also go between wall lighting, floor lighting lamps, and ceiling lighting. I do try my best not to use the saucers, but sometimes it happens. But I wanted to be sure because for this one, it's for retired grandparents, so I did not want to use it here. So we are coming up on the end of the build. I do have to just add in the laundry room area, but as you can see, it does end up being a 3-bedroom, 1-bath house, and it honestly just makes a lot of sense to me, especially because they don't need more than 1 bedroom really, and turning one into the bedroom for their grandchild and the other one an office makes sense. Now this is also supposed to be a mud room, this little laundry room area, so I do end up doing just the standard washer and dryer, and then I end up using one of the mirror objects that we got from the For Rent expansion pack, and I add a little bit of decoration around, you know, some of the shelves from laundry day, and then one of the bath salt things that we got from one of the kits. I think it's bathroom clutter, but I could be mistaken. So now we're just running through the entire house, adding in some finishing touches, making sure everything just looks right, and then I come back to this living room where I have to put something there, and I end up going for the 2 chairs and an end table. I really like the idea of just making a lot of clutter to the point where it's like, how many people live here. But I wasn't able to do that for this house for the theme and all of that. So I was just like, I'm okay. I'm not gonna do it. It's gonna be fine. So this is really the ending result. Again, if you like this and you want to play with this in your game, you definitely can. It's already up on the gallery. My name is LynzloByChoice, as well as all of my other socials. I really want to thank you for watching this entire video. It definitely means the world to me. So if you'd like to, please feel free to subscribe to the channel, as well as like this video, and comment down below what your favorite part of this house is. Or if you have any suggestions on things you'd like to see in the channel, I'm definitely open to taking suggestions. So with that, I hope you have a great rest of your day. I cannot wait to see you in the next video, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.